all doing? Can you hear me? I'm so sorry for us being late. We are having some technical difficulties, which we're still having, but we're gonna have to deal with it, unfortunately. So Frank is here with me from the Nigerian perspective. It's been a while since I've had you, I was like, when I made this topic that I wanted to do this video like live for a while about talking about the Yazidi girl that was rescued in Gaza, and
Mhm.
I was like, you know what? I had this gut feeling. I wanted to do it with you. I was like, this is
Mhm.
something I wanted to do with Frank. And then when I texted you, hey, would you like to do it with me? You were like, oh, it happens that I'm making a video like on ISIS. So that's
Yeah.
a like
Funny thing is,
that's
I
a rare
ended up.
coincidence.
Yeah, that's the funny thing is I ended up not doing the video. I already scripted it and everything, and
Oh, really?
yeah, it wasn't, the script wasn't coming. It wasn't doing it for me. I was like, nah, maybe I shouldn't spoil it. You know, when you have this idea and you want to execute it very well, but the way the script is coming out is like, if you execute it like this, you spoil the whole thing and then ruin the chance of making a good video. So do it for the next video. And I was like, but I already told Rebecca that I'm going to have this video released by Friday. Like, well, promises are meant to be broken.
Yeah, 100%.
So
Wait, so okay, fine. I'm kind of disappointed now. I was looking forward. By the way, did you hear about this case before I reached out to you?
yeah, it was when she was rescued. I don't know how far back that was, but it's not a recent. It's not a recent.
It's not that recent. It's been like a month or
Yeah.
so.
Yes. So I was aware of it when it was news that a Yazidi girl who was sold by ISIS to somebody in Gaza was rescued by the IDF, and I was like, interesting.
Okay, so you saw she was
But
rescued by the IDF.
yep.
I saw so many. It's not so easy. Like, I've been looking for videos explaining the situation, and there weren't that many.
Mm.
And a lot of them
Mm.
were like, she miraculously transformed from. Like a miracle. A
It's more
miracle
like she was
happened.
found.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
was
she was
miracle.
found.
It's like, oh, it was such a miracle.
If you're on Twitter that you get like the actual gist of what happened. Like if you go
Mm.
to like the regular popular mainstream news sites, they just say she was found. The way the headline will even be couched
Yeah,
make you wonder.
yeah, yeah. She
It
was
just
found.
so yeah, it's only on Twitter that you get the full gist that no, she was not just found, she was rescued. You know. Palestine,
Yeah,
you're doing well. How thus far? Although I've not been paying so much attention to the conflict lately because family issues. Why you said you have not been posting for a while because of holidays? I've not been posting for a while because of family issues. I was like,
I mean, I
so
think
I've not really
holidays
been
is
paying
also
attention to
kind
the
of
news,
a
which
family
which
issues.
is that?
Holidays is also some kind of family issues, isn't it? Just joking.
Yeah. By the way, for those who are wondering, it's not bad family issues. It's good one. It's not like for both
Oh,
of us. It's both good family issues. I just don't want to give details, but it's good family issues. And yeah, I've not been paying attention, but so I guess this would be an opportunity for me to catch up to know what is happening. I knew that I was aware that recently there was an attack on by the IDF on Iran. I think it was a
wow.
military base or something. I don't know
First of
how
all, let me
recent that was.
start
That's
with
as
that yesterday at 2 a.m. we had a surprise attack, and it was
wow.
from Lebanon, which was disappointing, and it ended up. No, because you hear the alarms and like boom, 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 and I was like, who is it? Is it
Mm.
Iran? Is it like where is it from? And they're like, oh, Lebanon.
And you're like, oh, those people, come on.
Okay. And
I thought they wanted.
it ended up
I
hitting
thought
the
they were.
next village though. It actually
Oh,
people got injured and everything at Tira. Yeah.
oh, that's interesting. But I thought Hezbollah was talking about, or Lebanon was talking about a ceasefire or something. They were like, we are done. We don't want to fight with Israel again after the pager and everything was exploding.
No,
I thought
ceasefire
I
is
had
when
something
Israel
like that.
doesn't attack. They don't have a concept of like they with it's always the same. It's always the same. It's always like if there is a ceasefire, it's a one-way ceasefire. They never
Mm.
talk about uh oh, somebody is saying they can forward an article about Yazidi sex slaves.
But
People
there's an
are
answer.
saying, huh? I was like, let's have fun. Oh, by the way, Shayna, welcome back, Shayna. Let me share her. Oh, no, wait, here. Welcome to the live stream. Please subscribe, join Patreon, follow Rebecca on Instagram and Twitter, and Frank as well. Hit the thumbs up. It recommends the channel to more people. Thank you. Thank you so much, Shayna, for reminding. I also have a buy me coffee, which I really like. Even though it doesn't have a buy me tea option, which would have been more true to who I am.
Right. There should be a
Okay,
buy
okay.
tea.
So yes, Israel attacked Iran. That's right. This is what we're saying. I was like, you know what? They're like going like it feels like such an old news. I'm like, what are you saying? I was attacked by Lebanon yesterday night, 2 a.m. I was running to shelter.
Yeah. It's really interesting to I can only imagine. I can imagine how I can only imagine how it would be like living in that kind of region with impending doom like
Oh my God,
looming in
man,
the
you live in
atmosphere.
Africa. You have impending, looming lion attacks whenever you go out. So.
Yeah, that's what happens. We're like, oh, we don't know where the lions are coming.
And you know what?
What
I
about
didn't. I chose lions because if I would say hyenas, then I would say we have hyenas in Israel too. So that's not special.
what if I tell you that all my life, I've not seen a lion in real life. Never seen one.
Okay, did you see a hyena?
None. What I've seen that you consider wildlife is I've seen snakes, different kinds, uh, monkeys, right?
Boars.
Monkeys,
Ah,
you consider
monkeys.
monkeys
Yes.
wildlife.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I've seen
God, they're
monkeys.
vicious.
I didn't even
Monkeys
see
are
them. The funny thing,
vicious.
I didn't see these monkeys in their natural habitat. It's not like I was walking down the street and then there
No.
were monkeys. No, no, it was in the zoo. I didn't see monkeys the way people expect us to see monkeys. Okay, there are many ideas people have about this is so funny. Many ideas people have about Africa are just funny. Like there are many of us here that have not seen lions before. I'm not the first person, okay? I'm not the only one. There are many of us that have not seen a lion before in our lives. We've not seen a tiger, we've not seen many of this, even an elephant, we've not. Okay, I've seen an elephant. I have. But not like it was roaming the streets elephant or it was in its natural habitat. No,
No.
it was a special location.
Okay,
Somebody was parading it or something like that.
so here in the streets we have foxes,
Okay.
we have cats, and if we're in Haifa where I studied, we have boars, like really really big wild pigs, boars.
Mm.
There are hyenas,
Wow.
jackals.
I'm living in the city. We don't have those. Okay. I'm
This
living in the
is
city.
the city. It's in the city.
I'm living in a real city. Okay. In an actual city. We don't have any of those. Okay. I don't have any of those. I'm telling you, the highest wildlife I've ever seen are monkeys. And the monkeys were it's one I've seen in their night, like they were just roaming. Like you could just if you're not careful, you might get attacked by them as snakes. Those are the ones those
Oh,
ones, if you're not careful, depending on where you're living in the city I'm living in, you might get attacked by. You have to be careful so you don't step on a snake or something. But other than that, no, nothing else.
okay, fine. Oh, so what's the point? Okay, so what's special about Nigeria then?
No, we were talking about impending doom. I know how this conversation started. We were talking about impending doom, and I was like, I can only imagine what it's like living in such an environment. And you said, "Oh, you have impending doom too. You can be attacked by lions." And I was like, "Nah, I've never seen lions before in my life." So yeah,
Okay, fine.
so I can only imagine that. I can only imagine that, and I guess it takes special grace to be able to handle that kind of situation because I don't know what I'll do in that kind of situation. And I guess some people are raised for it or born for it, but I don't think I'm
I'll
one of
tell you
them. And
what
I
not to
really
do.
okay.
If there is a, like you hear, like, don't go where. Okay? This no.
Hmm.
It's like a rocket. Where?
Okay, okay. I'm taking
Like,
notes.
look,
Maybe I should write this down.
lower your, if, try to find like, a shelter to run to.
Okay.
If you cannot find a shelter, then make yourself as low as possible and hold your, like, protect your head or, the
Mm.
vital parts.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else? That's
Oh,
all.
and if you are in the car, then you have to stop and get out of the car and go to the sideways and
Hmm.
yeah.
Interesting.
I think because if it hits a car, it can also explode.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Interesting. That is. I'm grateful to God that where I live, I don't have to worry about any of this.
But
The highest
it's so
highest that can happen is Boko Haram attack. What can they
yeah.
do?
But yeah, it's like I came back from South America to Israel, so I came back from
Hmm.
one kind of problem to like one types of problems to another, which is the
Hmm.
war. Like, it's like, how do you deal? It was like, yeah, but it took me so long to get used to the fact
Mm-hmm.
that I can leave my things around and I don't have to watch my stuff. Like in
Hmm.
Israel, but in South America, it was like you leave something for a moment, it's gone, So,
South America
uh,
is sounding like Nigeria.
South America is very dangerous. Like you cannot go out at night. Like there are so many things, and here it's like
Mm-hmm.
there is no real problem with those things.
Mm.
So,
Yeah, that's which South American country were you in?
hmm?
Which
What?
South American country were you in?
I've just been all over. Just did
Oh,
uh,
wow. Wow,
amazing,
that's really
amazing, crazy.
you're just hopping from one South American country to
But they
another.
weren't
That's
safe. Like they weren't safe. But
yeah,
it's
I can
different.
imagine that they had like yeah, they had like the drug cartels and the gangs and
Yeah,
the crime. Yeah, I can imagine. Like here in Nigeria, even though we don't have the rockets flying over, we have kidnappers in Nigeria. That's one thing that you need to be wary of when you are here. Kidnappers. If you don't move, if you don't take heed, you'll find yourself somewhere, and people are calling your relatives asking for ransom. You have armed robbery here. You have what else can you experience here? Yeah, police brutality, serious issue here, where the police will harass you and try to extort you and stuff like that. They might even kill you if you are not careful. The police are supposed to protect you. The police are
is it
supposed to
because you
protect
are black people, right? So there is
you.
police
No, we are all
brutality.
black. We are all black. We are all it's black police on black Nigerians. It's not there's no there's no police. There is no police brutality. It's just good old corruption. Good old corruption. Where police are
Yeah.
just like glorified thugs.
Oh,
So
can I tell
what
you
else?
guys? But on Thursday, so okay,
Mm-hmm.
so my parents have there is a like something that is called mechina. It's like before the army, between high school and army. Some kids can choose to delay when they enroll to the army, and instead they go to like a preparation kind of,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just lots of kids, and I don't know what they do, but to be
Mm.
honest, I think they they get help with like where they're going in the army. They volunteer in different places. I think it depends on
Mm.
which kind of mechina it is. Like some they do different things, but
Mm-hmm.
my parents adopted one mechina
Mm.
that is for newcomers, so olim. So it was interesting to me. So they kind of adopted them, like they support them, I think
Mm.
financially, and once a year they have like an event and we have barbecue and they all come over. So we had like 33 18-year-olds
Mm.
that were
Mm.
super excited and very, very hungry, very hungry. But they were super excited because they were getting their like assignments there to the IDF. which was and then it's like, okay, what's your name? Where are you from? When did you come to Israel? And it's like, hi, I'm this, I'm from Ukraine, I'm from this city, I'm from that city, I'm from Siberia, I'm from Moldova, like, you know. And it's like, oh wow, and it's funny to me. It's like these kids, like they escaped going. They were like, okay, I have to go to the army now. Where do I want to fight? I was like, I'd rather go and fight for the Israeli army. That was the.
Wow, that's a very interesting experience. I can you served in the IDF too, right?
Mm-hmm.
How was it like?
How is it like?
How was it like? How was it like serving in the IDF? What did you do? Did you where were you stationed at? Did you encounter terrorists?
I was stationed it. Okay, so now I was stationed at the base that Hezbollah is now obsessed with hitting. Like they have decided that this is their. No, not Golanites. There is one. I don't. This is how I know you're not. But there is one base that Hezbollah had decided that they wanna hit. And even yesterday, when they were hitting Tira, they trying to claim that they hit the base I was serving at. Yeah,
they like want to score one goal. This is the only goal we want to score here.
Like they really want to score that. Yeah, they really want to get to get to the base where I was serving. And it's a very famous base. Like if I say where I was, it's very obvious. Like what they're trying to hit. But it's like it's funny. It's because it's some things are still secretive, and some things used to be, but not anymore. Some things that I like that were under the covers when I was serving are not anymore. For example, the attack on the nuclear facility of Syria. I'm pretty sure that Israel already admitted that it was Israel that did that. If not, I'll be in troubles. But I'm sure. Anyway.
You'll get a call. If not, you'll get a call.
But exactly.
You'll click this video and say, you see, the IDF is admitting that they did it, even though everybody's already like, yeah, they did it.
Yeah, no, they already admitted that they did it, okay? But when I was in service, they haven't yet, and like, but that is like one of. So when people ask me like what they did, I'm like, oh, that's such a weird question to answer. I cannot really tell. So I tell them, well, listen, I had a lot of like annoying stuff I had to do. First of all, we had like basic training. We had to clean the kitchen. Like one time my leg went like all the way into the drain. That was awful.
Yeah, the drains that big, or was your leg that small? Which one?
No, the drain was big. It was a like. Okay. It's a factory size kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah, but so you know what's so annoying? Like now, okay, so when I was in training for like 6 months, we had to clean our own toilets, which was awful. I don't want to talk about it. But when I was in service, we still had to do kitchen. Like we had cleaners for the toilets already. We had like a little bit better, but we still had to do the kitchen service. Like it was like once in a while, together with like we had also the times that we had to wear weapon and walk around, which then at night around the base and like scare people away. I don't know.
So you did security, night call.
Yeah, so it's not like a secret. I was in a unit 8200. Yeah, it's not a secret. It's just like what I actually did there is like there's a lot to do there. But so people ask me what I did there, like I tell them about the kitchen. Like this, we had it like I don't know, once in a while.
Okay. It's interesting. Look at that. Interesting stuff happening.
But do you know what's annoying? They stopped it. They
besides
stopped the
committing
kitchen
genocide, of
assignments.
course.
After I finished the army, they stopped the kitchen assignments. It was so hard. You know how hard it was? If
Okay,
physically,
they
it
stopped
was
it.
so
They were
hard.
like, no, we don't. They stopped. They were like, no, we can't have our soldiers working in the kitchen. No, we can't continue doing that.
I mean, it was a waste of human resources. It came out to be too expensive for them.
You guys, you're better than that. You know, sad, well-trained soldiers. You have them cleaning the kitchen. How dare
Yeah,
they?
it's. I mean, but like in the basic training, they still like torture you and stuff because they can. And you're supposed to build character. So they wake you up like 10, they woke us up like 10 times at night. We had 7 minutes. There is a 7 minutes getting ready time by the clock. So in 7 minutes, you have to stand like this or like, and then they, for fun, they make you sit on your, like do the second position, you know, like when you do your abs and when you do push-ups, like wake you up randomly at night, get you all out, you do push-ups and some ab workouts, and you go back to sleep.
And we are building your character by so doing, right?
I think they just like torturing us, to be honest.
You're like, nah, I went in there the same, I came out the same. My character did not change. My character was not built. I am still the same. Nothing about me has changed. That's interesting.
Yeah.
That is interesting. So are there articles you want us to read concerning could you find anyone? Was there any articles that you could pull that wasn't talking about strange Yazidi girl getting found just like that in Palestine?
Not in English. So this is why I have them all in Hebrew. Because Hebrew said the whole story. So it's interesting. So Twitter...
There's no Google Translate on your...
No, there is. Wait, let me change the scene. Yeah. So, but here's the thing, like you cannot see here, right? It's like this is the Yazidi girl that was rescued. I know you cannot hear it. So she was. She's the same person twice. You can see it, right?
Oh. Yeah, I can.
The problem is that you couldn't hear it before.
When I was in Israel and I knew there is no Hamas anymore.
Yeah, you cannot hear it, right?
No, I can't.
What if I put like subs on? Now if you can read it, is it possible?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. And guys, let me know if you can hear it or not.
When I was in Israel and I knew there is no Hamas anymore and I'm free, then I was very, very happy and feeling free. I could breathe again.
אחרי יותר מעשור בשבי חמאס ובשבי דאעש, הצעירה היזידית פאוזיה אמין.
So this is the thing, it's in Hebrew, so I'm gonna have to translate it anyway. So if you don't hear, then just know that you're not missing anything. It's just Hebrew.
סידו שחולצה לאחרונה מרצועת עזה בידי ישראל, סוף סוף יכולה לנשום לרווחה. מבית משפחתה שבהר סינג'אר בצפון עיראק, מספרת לעיתונאי אלן דנקן ולעיתון הבריטי הסאן את הזוועות שחוותה ומתחילה להקל.
Wait, Okay, guys are saying audio okay. Alright, that was too fast for me. I have to hear it again. So, here's what they're saying. Okay, I think I'm gonna lower the volume a little bit. Because I'm gonna talk over it.
Breathe again.
אחרי יותר מעשור בשבי חמאס ובשבי דאעש, הצעירה היזידית פאוזיה...
So, she was a hostage for more than 10 years. Her name is Fawzia Amin Sido.
יזידו שחולצה לאחרונה מרצועת עזה בידי ישראל, סוף סוף יכולה לנשום לרווחה. בית משפחתה שבהר סינג'ר
She's back in Har Sinjar in the north of Iraq.
אלן דנקן, אולי הבריטי הסן, את הזוועות שחוותה ומתחילה להקל.
Like, I was never free. I was forced to stay in the house. I was not free to decide where to go and what to do, because if I would have gone out of Gaza earlier. So I couldn't do that. I always had to stay under their control.
I mean, to be honest, that part where she says she was not allowed out of her house, and she was not allowed to go anywhere, that's just just like every woman. That's not very I don't think it's special, to be honest. I think every
it's nothing unique. All of you are
yeah.
yeah. Is it like she wasn't allowed to go out at all, or she, for other Muslim women, they have to have like a male somebody. What is it called now? They have to have a male accompany them whenever they are going out. So maybe that's the difference for her.
No, I think but I mean, I don't know. What's the difference? Like, there is no difference. She's just like any other woman.
The difference is that other women can go out with a male accompanying them, and she could not even go out even with a man accompanying her. So that's it.
I don't know. Did she say that? Really? Oh, wait. Let's see.
Okay.
There was a case that Hamas came to us and was here and also on the side, she showed, but it was not because of the paper. It was because she was with her friend outside without niqab. They said that it's not accepted by Muslims.
עוד לפני שעברה לידיים של חמאס, פאוזיה.
So the only problem Hamas had with this story, you're hearing me? So she was kidnapped when she was 11 years old. And she was kidnapped by ISIS 10 years ago, okay? So what was the only time, like, what was the problem that it sounds like they were complaining that she was walking around, or her friend was walking around without niqab. Like, this is what the police had problems with. Yeah. Here outside without, they said that it's not accepted. Well, where was it? Was it ISIS?
עוד לפני שעברה לידיים של חמאס.
Like I had to hear that again.
Because she was with her friend outside without niqab. They said that it's not.
Yeah, but who? Like, okay. There was a case that Hamas came to us.
Here and also on the side, she showed, but it was because of the paper. It was because she was with her friend.
What? Wait, what?
I didn't.
Wait, let me remove the something weird, because she said that they put a gun on her throat. Okay, I'm so confused about who did what. Wait, one sec.
So I couldn't do that. I always had to stay under their control. There was a case that Hamas came to us and was here and on the side, she showed, but it was not because of the paper. It was because she was with her friend outside without niqab. They said that.
It's like translation upon translation. Okay. So here's the thing. She was with her friend outside without niqab. And this is why Hamas came to her, and they asked for papers, but obviously she didn't have papers because she was a hostage. She was kidnapped. So they didn't care about them not having papers. They cared about them being that they said, like, Muslims cannot accept you going out without your proper niqab. So they had actually put a gun and like pushed a gun on her throat.
Wow, interesting. You can be it's just like you can be a hostage, but you can be somebody who has been kidnapped, but Even
Yeah.
when you have been kidnapped, at least cover up, okay? Wear the niqab. Okay, that is more important than anything else.
Yeah, like you're an illegal person in the Gazan state, whatever. But okay, if you belong to if somebody properly kidnapped you, then it's all right.
Mhm.
But he has to do it properly and make sure
Properly,
that you
that's
wear
all.
a niqab.
It just reminds me. It reminds me of this story of Muhammad.
Lord,
I've
please
forgotten the
tell.
hadith where it is found. This story of Muhammad, where a woman was being beaten by her husband, and she came to Aisha to report her husband to Aisha. So Aisha reported to Muhammad and was like, "Look at how this woman has been beaten. Like I've not seen any person suffer as much as the believing woman. Look, her skin is greener than her clothes." And the man, as you know, the case was being had by Muhammad. The man came, and while the man was present, the woman complained. I was like, "This man is, he's just maltreating me and beating me. But in reality, I don't have use for him because he's impotent." And then the man was like, "No, I'm not impotent. Look, I'm very strong. She just wants to go back to her previous husband." And then when it was time for Muhammad to speak on the issue, he just forgot the part that the woman had been beaten mercilessly, that her skin had turned green. He forgot about that. And guess what he was focusing on?
The niqab.
No, he was focusing on the impotence and was like, this man is not impotent. Look at his two sons. This lady, how can you say he's impotent? When I was reading this, I was like, dude, what about the beating? What about the skin? What about the way she has been beaten? How severe the beating is? You're not going to say anything about that. Nothing. Okay. So in Islam, you can beat it. Even if you bring a case to Muhammad and somebody is getting beaten, he's not going to. Which was the Muhammad when there was no case to solve about, like, let's say wife beating, for example, he has nothing to say. Once there is no case, he's going to be like, "Oh, men should not beat their wives." But then once a case of wife beating is brought to him, he just forgets about the wife beating, men should not beat their wife thing he said. And he's like, well, what did you do? Kind of way of looking at it. So yeah, that is Islam. To major on the minor is kind of what they do best.
I think probably only have like one fact, like he has one room for one fact in his brain and that's it.
And that is a very minor. The one fact is if something that is not of no importance.
Exactly. It's like the one fact is like the only thing he cared about is whether this thing functioned or not.
Exactly. So Hamas are just following the footstep of their prophet. Let's just focus on something that is not important. Let's talk about something completely unimportant, like why are you not covered, fully covered? Yeah, you are stolen and you've been kidnapped and you've been held hostage and you're not supposed to be here. You don't have the accurate papers. Maybe we should return you. But before we talk about that, where's your hijab? And that's the reason, instead of even thinking about, okay, who are people who kidnapped you and what is going on here and how did you end up here? No, that's not important. There's no even investigation to be done. It's just, where is the niqab?
Exactly.
Perfect society.
And then she just miraculously was released. Miraculously, like according to the Western media.
What God cannot do does not exist. That's the Nigerian saying. I don't know if you get it, Sha, but if there's any Nigerian watching, they will know what I mean by what God cannot do does not exist.
Yeah. I think I'm having a little bit of internet issues today, to be honest. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
There's like, it's a bit stuck and it wasn't like that. You see, it's like
I want to appeal to your audience.
Yes.
Rebecca's fans of Rebecca. I don't know if Rebecca doesn't want to tell you, but let me tell you. She didn't tell me to tell you this, so she might even be a little bit embarrassed and be like, "Frank, why did you say it?" But I'll say it anyway. I want Rebecca to be using I want her to be using StreamYard for her streams. She's using OBS and she's using free OBS. I want her to be using paid StreamYard. So if people give super chat, say Rebecca, this super chat is for the StreamYard. Go and pay for maybe a year subscription. So that whenever you have Frank on, he'll be able to hear the audio and he'll be able to share his screen and everything will go smoothly. Okay, so to just give super chats so that Rebecca can pay for StreamYard. You are not giving enough super chats for StreamYard. That's why she's still using free OBS.
I also feel like, no, it was working fine, but I feel like since I was on vacation and I was like, there was holidays time, it was Sukkot, it was Yom Kippur, it was Rosh Hashanah. Also, my computer and my streaming abilities were like, we're on vacation. Oh, it's my birthday on Thursday.
This last Thursday or this Thursday?
This Thursday. In 5 days.
Next week. In 5, Alhamdulillah.
When is your birthday, Frank?
Oh, mine is long past. That mine is in May. Sometime in May I was born. Someday in May. Let's not bother about the specifics. But someday in May, this young man was pushed out of his mother's womb against his will, and then he saw himself here. That's kind of like
that was my story too.
Is your story? You are not excited to be here?
No, are you not excited to be here?
No, I mean on that day. I'm not talking about now. Maybe now you're like, yeah, I'm getting used to this. But on that day, we are here excited to be here. On the day they push you out of your mother's womb, yes. Anyways, if you guys send enough super chat donations and she's able to be on StreamYard, she can go away for 3 months and come back and StreamYard will just be the same. Nothing will change. No difficulty. She will just be able to click and go, okay? And not have to be like, hey, my system is not coping, okay? So send in the money.
Sure.
As many as possible.
Yes, thank you, Frank.
And the Lord will richly bless you.
Here, Pavel, Arkan. Yes, 7 ноября. 7 November. That's my birthday.
Oh,
November.
7-11.
Yeah, 7-11. But it's like
That's like the restaurant.
but not like 7th in November. Not like not 11th of July like Americans.
Yeah, it was to be 11-7, but 7-11 is just like the restaurant.
Right.
So what's the plan? What are you going to do on your birthday? What are you going to plan to do? Are you going to
I
have
don't
like
know.
an Israeli cake or something?
I'm gonna have a big birthday cake, yes. Chocolate.
Okay.
I wanna meet some friends maybe. I don't know if they remember me because I didn't talk to anyone for a long time either.
We don't care
I
about
was like,
you.
hi guys, it's my birthday. I know I ignored you all, but I don't want to be alone, so.
I don't like celebrations. I just don't like any kind of celebration. It's not my thing. That's why I kind of don't want people to know my birthday, so I don't try to do something on that day. I don't like celebrations. I don't like parties. I don't attend. I don't invite people for mine. I don't. Anytime if you see me in an event of any kind, just now I was forced. I had to be there. That's why I was there. So that's why I'm like, let me not tell people my birthday before they do something. And then they're like, we are surprising you. And also when people surprise me, I kind of feel guilty because now I have to do something for you. And I wasn't planning to do anything for you.
You little bitch. I never got a surprise birthday celebration.
You said?
I don't think I ever got a surprise birthday celebration.
Okay, yours was they were always planned.
Yes, which is like, yeah, don't complain.
Your sisters will come true for you. Your sisters and your brother will come true for you. They're going to do something huge for you. Besides, you live amongst them. Unlike me, where my family we are like scattered all over the country. So,
okay, my mom.
Yeah.
Okay, my mom. I have one sister that is in South America right now, traveling.
Okay.
And by the way, it was funny because my mom was talking to her cousin the other day,
Mm-hmm.
and she was saying, yes, I have 2 kids abroad. and the other and my uncle was like, wait, what? I was like, I know the youngest is in South America. Is Rebecca somewhere too? And she's like, no, Danny is in Lebanon. But he's back now, so it's okay.
Maybe when she said 2 kids abroad, she was referring to you because you're like, she's here, but is she here?
No, she was referring to my brother who was in Lebanon.
Okay.
But my uncle really, like her cousin, he really didn't appreciate the joke. My mom was like, he didn't laugh at all. He didn't think it was funny.
Yeah. Anyway, your birthday will be nice. Hopefully by then, good news. There will be a lot of good news. Maybe a lot of progress in the conflict and everything, and all of that will be. A couple of that will be behind us. We'll be like, oh, we've achieved this milestone, and it will be a wonderful birthday celebration. Hopefully.
Amen. Okay, let's continue watching how this girl was tortured. Can you believe it? Like, it was like, no papers, no problem.
And then they put a gun to her throat, like,
Yeah.
Is that how they treat women over there? Like, you just, well, I can imagine.
Is it the same in Nigeria?
No, really, like
in the Muslim areas.
Public, I don't live. The only Muslim area that I've lived in is Lagos, and Lagos is not. People will not even consider Lagos a Muslim area. It's kind of balanced. There are Christians in Lagos. I think the Christians are even more than the Muslims. But that's like the only place in the country where I had to see Muslims a lot. But where I live currently, you rarely see any Muslim. So yeah. But I hear stories from those who have stayed in the north, and the way they treat their women is not good. But I've not seen it. Like, I've not seen it firsthand. So
yeah. I mean, it's just.
So it's always going to. It's always going to. Okay, you said?
No, I'm just continue.
Okay, I said so. It's always going to be like a surprise, especially for me, as I've not witnessed it. Whenever I hear something like that, I'm like, yeah, you're just going to treat a woman like that. Even though there's something that you know it, like you've read about it, and then you hear it again, and it still surprises you, like, people treat women like this, So, I mean, when you see a girl, no paper, her head is not covered, she's not a threat. She's not anything. So why will you have like a gun to her throat? What will warrant that? That's what I just want to understand. Like, what will warrant it? She's already helpless. You don't have to rub it in, So.
Yeah, and what's my favorite part about it is like, because they killed the woman, they don't have women. I was like, and then they're like, okay, we have to get some women. I was like, well, you killed them, and now you have to kidnap them. Yeah.
That is Mohammed's great plan. It's like we're going to treat our women well, and yet still.
And then they think that once Islam is everywhere, there is gonna be peace. Once Islam is everywhere, then you're not gonna have women that you can kidnap. All the women that you killed, that's it. They're just dead.
Then there will be like lots of goats. So.
Yeah. I was like, you thought goats as like a lot of men without beard, but sure.
So that will be, if Islam is everywhere, there will be no peace, even regardless of the minors, the women. It should not even be the least of the problem. Is that Muslims start fighting each other, because any slight variation in the practice of the religion is already grounds for conflict. So
yeah,
that's what we are going to have eventually.
For sure. Okay, let's continue.
It's not accepted by Muslims.
עוד לפני שעברה לידיים של חמאס, פאוזיה, שנחטפה בידי דאעש לפני עשור וקיבלה את השם לוסיה, חוותה סבל נוראי.
They changed her name from Fauzia to Lucia. Oh, and she turned into a sex slave.
פחת מין של אנשי ארגון הטרור הרצחני. אבל רגע אחד בלתי
She says she had to go. She had to eat babies. What the heck? She says she had to, and when she was in captive, she had to eat baby's meat. Human baby.
I don't understand. Why? There is not enough meat?
Let me hear.
נתפס
No, to
שקשור
torture
למה
her.
שאכלה בשבי, היא לא יכולה לשכוח.
So they told us they are going to cook for us food. But then they
It's like they're like, oh, we're gonna have a special meal for you. We're gonna cook for you, and they gave them meat.
gave us the meat to eat. We ate, and
But why?
while we were eating,
And like when they were eating,
S was weird, and afterwards we all had stomach aches. When we were done,
well,
they
it's
told us
stuck.
that
It's stuck even on my end. There's like, she said like it tasted weird and it gave them stomach aches, and then when they finished, I mean, why? I don't know why.
that's
Why?
the meat of the kids of the babies.
Why is it stuck? What's wrong with my internet today?
There was
I think
also
maybe the
someone
attack
who
yesterday
got a
blew
heart
something
attack
that
and died.
blew something that supplies.
But I think ISIS did it, no? I mean, it sounds like she wasn't alone all this time. She was kidnapped with other girls. So how come she was the only one that rescued? Or was it like, is it too hard to locate the other ones that are in Gaza right now? Kind of wonder. Or others were rescued as well and they're just kept under. It's confidential. I don't know.
Maybe.
She said like
Maybe
one
she
of
didn't
them.
want to speak out rather.
She said that like one of the woman, like one of the girls, when she realized like they ate babies, like she got a heart attack and died on the spot.
Whoa. Wow. Whose baby? Whose baby did they boil and give to these girls?
I
Whose
don't know.
baby?
They didn't say it.
At that moment.
הצעירה היזידית עברה מיד ליד, כמו סחורה, והולצה להינשא לפלסטיני שלחם בשורות דאעש, מה שלבסוף הביא אותה
So she was sold. She was taken, like she was sold from one person to another, and eventually she was sold to a Palestinian that was fighting in ISIS that brought her from Syria to Gaza.
מסוריה לעזה, שם שהתה אצל משפחת בעלה שנהרג.
I love that they call like she was her husband. She stated like her husband family. Like, why are you saying husband? Say what it is. Her capture. Like I'm saying that's in the Hebrew word they choose like husband. What husband? Owner. Yeah.
So there was a Palestinian fighting for ISIS, and
It was very hard for me. There were hard times, and they
Interesting.
sometimes just break
I thought like they had their own. Oh, we are just trying to liberate
down.
Palestine.
And
Let's
also
focus
the
on
people
that.
that were
And I'm
there,
like, when
they
we
were
are not doing that, when Hamas is not in full gear, we join ISIS. Interesting.
I mean, I think there are like 52 terrorist groups inside of Gaza, which is insane. I don't know why it's so stuck though. It's so annoying. And also, she like even the people that were there treated her badly. Not like her captives. Everybody there.
treating me bad. So yeah. So she was in a prison, and they didn't do anything. They couldn't go outside, nothing. So these men came in, and if they liked someone, they took them with them, and that was all. So we were just waiting, actually, or staying there.
إن أنا ذهبت إلى منطقة سلطان يوجد هناك دفاع إسرائيلي هل تستطيع أن تنقذني؟
She's okay. That's from a call I think that she had. So she called this the news network that the clip is from. she managed to contact them, and this is what she talking, hey, if I go to the area that the IDF is at, would you be able to save me, because I'm tired from this captivity situation. Here, let me go back a little bit. So this is, I think, in Arabic, what she's talking in Arabic. Okay, if I go to the area of As-Sultan, where the IDF is, would they rescue me?
إسرائيلي. هل تستطيع أن تنقذني؟ لأنني أنا تعبت هنا
I
تعب
thought the idea
شديد.
was killing innocent
לפני שבועיים
civilians.
שידרנו בכאן
This
חדשות
is
עדויות
proof.
What?
I said, I thought the idea was killing innocent civilians. They were just, if you come close to them, you just open fire. I thought that's what the news told me. They were like,
Oh, there is actually. There is an area, like an area that you cannot cross. So they had to coordinate, because they do not know why somebody is coming over. Like a lot of them, I wish it was so easy. They obviously, if it was like that, then they would send suicide bombers. You know, like they don't have any qualms. They don't care if it's a baby. They would send babies or would send kids. Like they don't care. Like. So in that case, they had to coordinate it with the IDF so that they would be able to recognize her and things like that, and or they would come to her. I don't know, because if you cross a desert, like a buffer area, you're gonna get shot at, and a lot of people do it on purpose.
Yeah, and then be like, oh, see what the IDF is doing, you know.
No, they do it on purpose. I mean, like for a lot of Palestinians, this is just a comfortable way
to die?
yeah, like suicide.
Huh. Okay, so when they are tired of living, they're like, oh, let's go to that place where the IDF is going to shoot.
Like they do it on, like my brother, you can see it in their eyes, like they're looking to die. And if they don't shoot them immediately, they start running, or like they start acting in a way that.
People fighting in this region, they really are seeing things. This is
Yeah, you see everything.
I swear.
Yeah, it's not that simple. Like I like people is like you don't understand what it looks like in real life. It's not at all simple.
I can imagine.
עדויות בלעדיות ששלחה לנו פאוזיה מהחודשים האחרונים כששהתה בעזה לפני שחולצה.
طالب المجد أريد أن أخرج من هنا وأنتم تريدون الإثبات حتى أنتم تصدقون أنني في قطاع غزة وها هنا دمار كثير اليوم في مواسم خان يونس. هذه مدمرات من جيش الدفاع الإسرائيلي.
ברעיון לסן הבריטי הצעירה היזידית גם שופך.
So those are all videos. It sounds like it took like a couple of months or several months until they managed to get her out, or maybe I don't know how long, but it wasn't so simple. And those were all several videos that she sent them when she was contacting. She was like showing where she is and proving that she is inside of Gaza and stuff like that, and telling her story. And it was an all coordination because they found her and then they had to find her family. And I think what Israel did is like Israel went to the Americans and the Americans went to the Iraqis and things like that, to coordinate.
Yeah, the release.
Also to find out who she was,
Okay, to confirm her identity and know, okay, this is exactly the person we are dealing with. All right.
Those are things that are complicated.
אור על השימוש הציני שחמאס עושה שלא במפתיע במתקנים אזרחיים בעזה לצרכים צבאיים.
So she says in all hospitals where the Hamas hidden, so they were hiding themselves there, all of them, and everyone knew that, and all of them had like weapons. Everyone had weapons around everywhere.
עכשיו, כשהכל מאחוריה, הצעירה היזידית פאוזיה אמין סידו מקווה להתחיל דף חדש. אבל לא פחות חשוב, היא מקווה שגם החטופים הישראלים שנותרו בשבי חמאס יזכו לגאולה כמוה.
She says, yeah, I hope, because I know how it is, what happens with them when they're in Hamas hands. I hope for their families, that the kids get back soon to their families, because I know what they are going through.
Yeah. That's insane. Here is another. One sec.
So what did they say at the end? You know, I can. I'm always waiting for your.
She was talking about the. I mean, I got a couple more. I think it's the same, just older. I hear there is another Voice of America. And it's like Yazidi woman rescued from Gaza says she attempted suicide 21 times under Hamas. And I think this is where I saw in the comments where people were like, this whole article, they didn't even mention the IDF one. So it's like she miraculously a miracle happened and she found out she has like teleportation skills.
When she was tired of committing failed suicide, she was like, it's true, I can actually disappear.
Yeah. And just go back home. Insanity. I was like, I wish the internet was better though. I don't know why I can't. It's like the things are so stuck. It's hard for me to show stuff. Yeah, I don't know why though. It's weird. Like it didn't happen to me for some time, you know. It's happening. I don't know. It's like an oopsie, you know.
Maybe it's because you have a Nigerian on board.
I don't know.
They're like, let's show them Nigerian network.
All right, let me tell you more about what was happening. Since I know you said, okay, so the last thing you heard about is that Israel attacked Iran.
Mm-hmm.
So from what I've understood, like they took out their air defense capabilities and they hit a ballistic missile manufacturer in Iran.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the interesting part that in the beginning they were like, oh, it wasn't a big deal. It wasn't a big deal. Blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
The Israelis are cowards. They're cowards. They're afraid of the mightiness of Allah and Islam and Iran and stuff like that. But the more they realized what Israel actually attacked, the more they start panicking. And now they had promised to strike back as hard as they can, which to me means, I don't know, are they gonna get some unconventional weapons out of the boredom to try to hit us with?
They're like, we have something. I don't know what's wrong with my voice this evening. They're like, we have something cooking, something the world has never seen. Okay, Israel should just keep pushing us, and very soon we'll release it. Please, you should stop pushing Iran before they release the wonders of Allah that they have. You know, before they use the scientific miracles in the Quran to create something, you know, explosive.
Insanity. I'm kind of worried about them.
Worried about your internet?
Yeah, the quality of the stream. I mean, it's not just the stream, it's just even on my side, everything is like buffering. So
no worry. You know what? We'll do a second stream, maybe on
yeah, let's do it again. On StreamYard.
Maybe on of definitely StreamYard. Definitely StreamYard. No more OBS. Because it's to be on my channel. Maybe when will you be free?
Whenever you want. Let's do it this week, maybe.
Okay, this week let's do Friday, Saturday next week. Maybe not
All right,
this.
same
This week
time
is already
then.
over. All right, same time, same
Perfect.
different program.
I'll be older then. I'll be older next week.
Yeah,
I'll be
you'll
I'll
be a
have
year
a
older. Yeah,
yeah.
you already see.
I'll be an
You're already
adult.
that. Right. By that time, she'll be older and wiser. Things will
Yeah.
be better.
I put
know.
on makeup and everything to try to look.
No. We want this look. This is perfect look. We want you without the smoky eyes. We want you without any of that. You know.
Do you like me without
That's what we want.
makeup? But you can see on my. You see, you have a
Exactly.
dot here and a dot there.
Yeah, it's better for the world to see it. There's nothing. There's nothing worth hiding. This is everything we are seeing right now. Is no need for concealers, no need for any of that. This is perfect. This is good for social media. The best. Okay.
Yeah,
As
I don't
long as you
know.
are smiling.
I should at least have a filter on my camera. I need
No.
to look so I would look young. You know. I need to look like a 6-year-old talking
You
about.
already look young. You already look young. You don't want to tempt Muslims, okay? We don't want to do a stream to tempt Muslims, okay?
Oh my god. No, okay, so I should look too old for Muslims for sure.
Yeah. So you're already old enough to not be tempting, okay? You already I mean it as a compliment.
Wait, but
Yeah,
what's up
so-
with you? Okay, so what
Me?
else do
Oh.
we have? I mean, there was Lebanon, there was Iran, there's Gaza.
Mm-hmm. Has there been anything from the West Bank? Maybe those people are like, let's try something. Everybody's doing something. Let's do our own. Yeah.
The West Bank? Oh no, they're doing a lot too.
What about your Houthi friends? Those from the Houthis, are they still doing stuff? Or they're like, we're going to keep us.
Weren't they attacked by the Americans now? The US, UK. Yo, okay, here's what I wanted to talk about. The UK. Are you following what's going on with the UK?
Oh yeah. I think I should.
Oh my god, they lost their minds.
I should have it. I should do a live stream at Momos, but I don't know if he will be down for it because of how the things are in the UK right now. They arrested Tommy Robinson. That's like the recent one.
They've lost their minds. You know, I told my family, I was like, we had like a Friday dinner, and I was like, guys, did you hear the news about and they had no idea. I was like, Tommy Robinson was arrested. He was thrown to jail, and my whole family was like, what? What?
This is not the first time. This is not the first time he has been arrested. This is not like he's a regular customer. They just keep arresting him every once in a while for whatever reason.
And it's never justified. All those reasons are ridiculous.
It's always just I don't even know why. They do it. Some people say, "Oh, it's Keir Starmer," but previously when he was being arrested, it wasn't Keir Starmer. It was what's it called? It was the Tory party. So it's just like it doesn't matter who is in power. Or maybe a different what's it called? You know, there's it's just like where Trump is president, and then you still have like Democrats who are running certain institutions, or leftists or liberals who are running certain institutions. So it doesn't even matter who is head of the government. You know, those who are running the institution will still end up picking whoever they want to pick, and
where do you think
whoever they want to target.
How do you think will it end?
I don't know.
We're running bets. Like at Friday dinner, we were running bets. Like, are the police gonna defect? Are they gonna betray the government? Are they gonna, switch sides at some point? Because I was like, I'm not sure how much I'm not sure Like I told my family, I think you're a bit optimistic. I don't know how much the police got infiltrated, to be honest.
Look, what I just want to see how it turns out. Like, things in the world now. I'm like, let's see how it. Before I used to be afraid of certain outcomes. I'd be like, I don't want this to happen. I don't want the world to go in this direction. I don't want things to go in this direction. But these days, I'm like, let me see what happens. I want to see now I'm curious. I'm like, am I sure it's going to be as bad as I'm imagining it? Or maybe it will be nice. Who knows? Let me see what happens. That's where I'm on right now. I'm like, let me see what happens. With the UK, what I tell my like relatives and people who want to go to the UK or people who are in the UK, I'm like, if you can relocate because the greener pastures that you went to go and find is looking bleak. It's no longer looking green.
I mean,
So.
Yeah, and they don't discriminate there. Like if you're
But they might. This is the thing. There is a likelihood that they might start discriminating. Like there's a likelihood, because here's something: when people have legitimate concerns and you call them racist, you don't address those concerns.
No, I meant that they don't discriminate who they call racist. Like if you are black or Jewish, like I would be like the Jews are the ultimate like Nazis.
Of course.
It's like there is no discrimination. Like if you express Islamophobic.
Yeah, of course. But what I'm trying to say is that, for example, it is already the view amongst many Brits that any person from North Africa or even West Africa is like a Mohammedan or an Islamist or something. So there's already like this caricature that is already brewing in the minds of people, because there is a problem that the government failed to address, and now it is becoming worse. And any person who is not looking white now is looking like like an Islamist. So it's going to, if that kind of mindset, if it continues, it's going to make people become racist. But it's not like they're not becoming racist because they want to be racist. They are becoming racist because it looks like, what other choice do they have? What other option do they have? Because they don't know who is hard to tell, who is different from who. And the government who is supposed to do that is not doing that. So now you have people who you can't trust. You can't trust your neighbor if he does not look like you. So imagine that you are now a Nigerian in that situation. You are black. You can pass for a jihadist,
But I don't think they think like that. I don't really think that they think like that.
I don't think they think like that yet. I don't think they think like that yet. But there's a likelihood that they will in the long run. I'm not saying that is the case now. I'm saying if things keep getting worse, it might be. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't think so, to be honest. Like, yes, but no.
I had Momos. Momos is from Pakistan. He's not a Muslim. He's an ex-Muslim, and he said he was telling me one time when we were chatting, and he said his neighbors are looking at him funny. Like he could pass for an average Muslim, and he's living in a predominantly white neighborhood. His wife is white, and so he could pass for.
Tell him to get like a necklace with a cross or something. Something that says I'm not Muslim.
Yeah, maybe you should start wearing crosses, have like 4 of them.
Like or I don't know, or like or something gay. I don't know, like something that says I'm not Muslim. I'm not a jihadist.
Yeah, maybe that's not will be the case now. Everybody wear a cross. If you're from the Middle East and you're not a Muslim, wear a cross.
Or a Star of David, but then you're gonna get
a Star of David, exactly.
From both
you wear a kippah and you're good to go. Yeah.
But then you're gonna get attacked by the Islamists, and that's scary.
So if one side is not attacking you, the other side. Interesting times.
Yeah.
What I'll tell my Nigerian friends is, it's always good to stay back home. Be like me. You don't have to travel. You can always stay back home. One of the things that I find very funny in my comments is when people say, It's when I get comments, people saying, "Oh, this guy is saying all this because he wants to get free passage into the West. Like he wants to get into a Western country. He wants to get visa. That's why he's saying all these things. He's saying all
No,
that."
if
I'm
you
like,
want to
if
get
you
a visa, you have to be a jihadist, sir. That
First of
would
all,
get
if
you
you even
further
know me,
away.
which is true, that is true. But if they know me, if they really know me, they'll be like, they'll realize how much I do not want to leave this country. Like, if I find myself leaving Nigeria for whatever reason, I'll be leaving kicking and screaming. I'll be shouting, "Don't take me!" That's how I'm going to leave Nigeria. It's not. I'm not eager to leave the country. I'm really not eager. I really want to stay here. This is all I've known, and I want to. If it's to visit, go on, vacation, go see someone, and then come back. Of course, but to live permanently, no, I don't. I definitely don't.
Yeah, same.
So everybody should be rest assured that I'm not trying to come into your country. Okay? I'm not.
Yeah. Just because there are lions and hyenas in the street, or you sometimes get bombarded by Lebanon and Iran, doesn't mean you want to leave your country. You still like it.
Yes.
And the weather is better.
Mm-hmm. We don't have winter here. Have you been to a
No,
place where it was
neither do we. It's like in London you get yeah. Like in London you get like what, 2 days of sun in a year. It's better to get
I'm sure they get more than 2 days, but it's fine.
when I was in Ireland, I was like, they were talking about like how hard it was in Ireland, and because of the famine, and everybody had left Ireland. And I was there for a week, and I was like, this is July or August, I don't remember. It was summertime. And I was like, let's sit down and let's talk. It's not the famine. It's not Irish this, Irish that. Let's all be honest. The weather is catastrophic. Nobody wants to live in a weather like that. It's so depressing. It's depressing in the summer. So I don't even want to know how depressing it is in the winter.
In summer, I'm already depressed because of the weather. I can only imagine the winter. So yeah, exactly. I prefer this part of the world 100%. I know the government is terrible and the security situation is horrible, but I prefer this part. I really prefer this part of the world compared to any other place. So yeah, exactly. That is it.
All right. I think I'm so sorry, but like it really bothers me that the internet is doing so badly. I kind of feel like
fine.
We should try again next week. What do you think? Right. Is that okay or no? How you feeling?
No, if you how I'm feeling, let me be honest with you. There's somebody that I was hoping to call before the live stream, and then I'm like, the only chance will be after the live stream. So if we end early, it gives me an opportunity to call the person.
Oh, so you have like an interest to finish early. No, to me, it bothers me like visually. It bothers me. Like I can see like my
I can imagine.
Internet is struggling, and it bothers me. I apologize to everybody. Next time, I'll try to get it figured out. It's not always so easy, It's always like there are sometimes that it's hard to plan.
When you get your birthday gift, tell them to send you money to do StreamYard, to subscribe for StreamYard. That is what you want for your birthday. Yeah. And when they send it, like, no more OBS. OBS is over.
And buy me coffee. Send me money for StreamYard. I like OBS though. It's like pretty flexible, and it doesn't work. It usually works fine. I don't know. So annoying.
And it's not OBS you use, and then you say your system is overheating and it's about to like self-implode or something.
I don't know.
It's the same OBS. The last time somebody said.
I'm sorry. Somebody asked me about Egypt. How long do I think before it collapses? I mean,
people want the word for.
How long do I think Egypt can hang on before collapsing and creating a refugee jihad throughout Europe? It depends on us, to be honest. It depends on a lot of things. Depends on how much foreign aid they can get. Depends on the attitude of the West. It depends on a lot of things. Yeah. But I would want to talk about it. Like, I'll do some geopolitical streaming this week.
That would be nice.
Yeah. Sorry, Frank.
Oh.
Also, like, the problem is that because there is problems with the internet, like, I cannot hear you properly, and there is like a difference between the time what I see and what I hear has nothing to do with each other. It's kind of hard.
Oh.
And I really want to apologize to our audience. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened.
Don't worry, we'll fix it in the next stream. So stay tuned. Go subscribe to Rebecca's channel if you're not yet subscribed. Subscribe to mine because that's where the next one is happening. And yeah,
let's do it again,
we'll
Frank.
make up
Okay.
for- All right.
Yeah, I'm sorry.